go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga don't do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadour.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's about to get
Dion
already doing that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
like,
when
you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He puts him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm going to keep it high level. This is going to just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real.
He's funny.
I want to go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's something. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get it.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Blah, blah, blah. We are up. We are up. Oh, child. Things that get a little easier. Oh, they're not going to get easier in sports. Golly. It just seems like beef is the choice of the menu. Golly. Everywhere you look, there's a problem. All kind of issues. How y'all doing this morning? Love to you guys for waking up with me this morning, getting the game in, getting this thing in. We about to go straight to it because right now it's time to see how the champs are feeling. Y'all know how they feeling? Me too. I want to say alcohol is a dangerous drug, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know about in that moment. I think he was sober as it gets. You know, they disrespecting us. Nobody picked us. Nobody thought we could do it. Beep, 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 beep. Well, I hear you, big dog. Well, it also helps when who you're playing against, especially the most important position, may be compromised. Oh, as he says, the injury report. Obviously, it compromised the integrity of the game. And the integrity of the game, you got to understand, is not just on the field. The integrity of the game is the viewership. The integrity of this game is everyone feels like they're properly informed, right? And let's just be real. Gambling is a part of it. I know it's the part that we don't like to talk about as thoroughly as we should, just like we don't dive enough deep into these situations. You got to do the same thing with yourself personally. You got to dive a little deeper. NFL knows they got to go a little deeper in terms of the starting quarterback of the losing team only had one shot. I had that. I had a shoulder surgery that started off with just the AC joint separation, which turned into a rotator cuff, which turned into a labrum tear, which you know is the worst. And I had reconstruction shoulder surgery after like my 7th year. Real spit. But I was on the injury report. Now, I'm not the starting quarterback. It doesn't matter. You got to put that on the injury report. Even if you're dealing with things, the injury report is not you're out. There are levels to it. What is it? Doubtful. I forgot. I don't play. You're doubtful. You're serious. What is it? Beat up in the comments. I forgot. But I know it's levels to it. And the point is, you got to be on there. And then we define. No, let's get out of there. No. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's not a fair defense. Because you could still be good to go. Probable is one. Probable, doubtful, whatever, there's a third one. That's the point. The injury report is who is going into the training room to get the extra work. Who is going into the medical staff and saying, yo, I need a pill or two. You get shot up. There's no other level other than you're not playing. After you get shot up, they say go warm up. If you still are compromised, we got to make a decision. You playing or not. But that whole process has to be something that we disclose. You can't just sit there and say, oh, I'm fine. Don't put me on the injury report, but let me play. Because all you're trying to do is mess with the perception. You're trying to mess with the perception of your opponent. Oh, Drake May fine. Nothing wrong with him. He ain't even go to the injury report. He's not even compromised. And you try to mess with the other things that they were talking about, auxiliary things like the gambling, etc. You can't do that. Oh, NFL got to do something. The more I hear, the more I'm like, hell no. What are y'all talking about? So beat up in the comments. I know y'all pissed at that because Dave Portnoy bet some money, what, $500,000? Wonder if he knew that Drake May's shoulder was gone. He would have put a little less on that. You know what I mean? So beat up in the comments, say what's up to y'all right now. Who we got? Francisco Aguilera. As always, that's my dog. Spread the word. Hit the like button right now. The likes are getting up. So let's like it more so we can like the show. All right. Love to you, Brooklyn Shogun. He says, suck it. He don't give a damn. What's up with you, Dr. Ray? We got a doctor in the building. I hope you're not at work right now, but it's love. It's doubtful and probable on the injury report. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Okay, let's get into this right now. Joey Porter. Oh, you got some issues with your boy, huh? Got some issues with your teammates, huh? Got some issues with people that you know, huh? Let's talk.
He broke the brotherhood, then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because, like,
that's the one I don't understand
the
as
shit
much.
that 7 did that we don't talk about.
I know.
is crazy. Like out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steeler business. Yeah. Because if we talking Steeler business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he's did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won a Super Bowl with him. But the person, he's just not a good teammate. Like he knows that. Anybody in the Steeler building knows that. But we protected him. Because I've only won 1 Super Bowl. And that was my quarterback. So do I love my quarterback? Yeah, but is he a good person? No. He broke the...
Blah, blah, blah. The code. Let's go here because the code has been violated. The code has been disrespected. We all in the locker room. Y'all see the set. We all in the locker room, right? And Joey Porter like, keep it there. And if you don't keep it there, then it's time to clear the air. Let's talk through this. Let's go.
Everybody's been bashing about Mike T since he's retired.
Give me an example. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about James?
I mean, James has been vocal, as has Ben. Both have been vocal.
They tell the version of the story in Pittsburgh that they want to tell. And I told him, I said, how can you say he's not a great coach? Well, everything that happened good to you in football was under his watch. Your Deebo name, when I played with you, you was James Harris. Under Mike, 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, Defensive Player of the Year, played in 2 championships, paid you over 50-something million. You think the head coach didn't have his hand in making that player? Damn, why would you take a shot at the guy who changed your life? Because Coward didn't change your life. Coward cut you 3 times. I didn't agree with none of it because I just feel like you took a shot at Mike. And in this space, Mike ain't go defend himself in this space. Well, he broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because, like, the shit that 7 do.
Okay, we ain't got to go there again. Ben is already taking enough heat right now. Blah, 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 but I had to get that beginning in. Okay, let's talk through this for real. Because I know the parties involved, and more importantly, Steelers business, right? I know a bunch of guys to the point where I'm not even going to connect the dots right now, but one of the all-time Steelers I actually see on the daily. So let's just talk about this, because there is something with Bill Cowher and his loyalists, and then you got Mike Tomlin and his loyalists, and then you can just see how these guys really are leaking. Like, it's almost like, we're escaping from what the Steelers were so we can show you what they really are. And what are they? They're a franchise, a story franchise, where you got to put some respect on them, and now they're disrespecting the respect we put on them. Like, I played for 4 franchises. Let's just be real in terms of culture. Just be honest. Buffalo Bills, they have a winning culture, can't get over the hump culture, devoted fan base, devouts out there. Everybody's locked in, right? We get it. But still, in terms of culture and football culture, you say something's missing because they haven't done it all, right? It's not Pittsburgh. It's close. It's grander in some ways, even though Pittsburgh travels well with the terrible towels. In some ways, you look at the Buffalo Bills fan base, you say crazier, but not as deep as Pittsburgh, but not the same. Then I go to San Diego, which is now the LA Chargers. Enough said. You understand that you're like, that's not even Buffalo, right? But you're like, okay, good, fun, but you're not thinking about it like the same terms. You go to Dallas, now you're saying, whoa, a whole different animal. Mother's pearls, old money. You're just looking at the Dallas Cowboys, as crazy as they are, they're storied because they've been there before, but it's been forever. But you still go salute, but at the same time you're squinting like, what's going on? This is not Pittsburgh still, y'all. Then I go to Jacksonville. We don't even got to talk about that because it's stated. Like, y'all ain't been there. Pittsburgh, you're supposed to protect. If you love the NFL, you love your experience, if you love what it did for you, you got to do something back to it. And that's protect Mike Tomlin, protect Ben Roethlisberger. I got to meet Ben Roethlisberger before he was even an NFL player. I met him through my financial advisor when he was going through the draft process. Okay? Now, Big Ben obviously took a turn and many turns in terms of his career and personality. I'm going to say that nicely, right? In terms of personality, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. He got high on the horse. You can just see it. This is stuff that, without even going there in detail, you already know. You're like, something. He wasn't the same. Day one and day last wasn't the same dude. Simple as that. What Joey's saying is like, you know that. I know that. We know that. Let's keep it there. Oh, you want them to know that? Oh, come on now. Oh, because now, this is what's crazy about things. You took the code, the oath, whatever you want to call it. We locked in. And then you break it. I'm now feeling the pressure of breaking it too, just to reset things. Get it? Like, I'm never going to break it. Why are you going to force me to break it if everybody going to know the real? That's the thing. So when somebody breaks it, that's why team is so important. Because we all got to do it. We all sitting there holding our breath. It's okay. We all holding our breath. Oh, now you want to go up for air. Okay. Well, is there room up there? Is there room up there for me to join you then if you want to start talking? Because then you're going to lead with your story, your perspective. Simple as this. I went to therapy yesterday. Therapist was talking about how you can see a car accident, but if we're standing on different corners, imagine 4 people on 4 different street corners see the same car accident. They're not going to see it the same way, right? They're going to see they all saw a car accident, but I saw it a different way. Oh, no, I saw him turn that corner right there. No, I saw that lady walking across the street. Because everybody got blind spots. Everybody sees it the way that you see it, and then you map it on, and you call that truth, you call that reality, you call that fact, you call that no cap, you call it whatever you want. It ain't. And I'm learning that too. It's you It's almost like a fraction. It's like a mixed number. I'm going deep. A mixed number, which is a whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a fraction, 2/3. So everybody is seeing like 1 2/3 versions. And everybody trying to add it up like it's all that. Like you've seen it all. You've seen thirds of it. You've seen halves of it. And then with the Mike Tomlin part, the insane part about the Mike Tomlin thing is that kind of person, and the coach he was, but that kind of person is not for the smoke. You know how many fires he put out? I'll give you one. Antonio Brown, when he played there, he put the whole fire out. All of that was inside of Antonio Brown did not come out in Pittsburgh. All of it. Now, it was leaking, especially at the end. You heard this and that. But he put that out. Soon as he gets away from there, what happens? I mean, soon as he get away. Because that's the power of culture. That's the power of team. Blah, blah, blah. And now they want to go back and revisionist history. Now they want to go back, talk that talk. Man, that's messed up. Y'all messing up something good. I wish I had some of that. All that success they had, championships, winning, fan base loving you, because it's messing with your legacy. It's messing with y'all. Now we looking at y'all like, ooh, that's how y'all got that. You know what I mean? So, whatever. I guess the real separates the real, right? Let's get into it. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And we're going to get into Maxx Crosby, who is having some issues with the Raiders, it seems like. At first, I thought it was just junk. But now, it seems like it's real funk. Let's get into that. Who's in here beating it up? The Patriots, yep. They doing it to the Patriots. I guess, look, let me stop. It happens all the time, right? Oh, look at our government in the 1960s. Well, now FBI probe says that President John Kennedy, you're like, damn. Like, basically our lives right now, somebody going to be digging through this episode in 40 years, be like, nah, Marcellus, no. So it's just wild like that. Shout out to you, Brooklyn Shogun, talking that talk. I see you guys out there. Fried Bryce is back in it. Fat ass. He said I ate too much pizza last night. I actually ate too much last night too. Shout out to my boy Mark Boyan. We went out last night, went to Steak 48 and smoked it. To the point where the entree came, I was already full. Bread, shouldn't have had that. Bread, and I had a salad, a BLT. What was that? I don't know what the hell they had. A bacon wedge salad. I was fat. I'm hurt. I got to get some yoga in today. All right, what you talking about, McDowell? What you talking about, Maxx Crosby? What's the problem? Uh-oh. This is what, whenever is that Kobe? It got to be Kobe. Uh-oh. Here we go. We in our feelings in a good way. Everything happens for a reason. What's meant to be cannot be denied. If that ain't how Maxx Crosby sounds, tell me. What's already known doesn't have to be explained. When it's all said and done, I will be a champion and one of the greatest to ever do it. Hopefully. They can sleep and doubt all they want, but cream always rises to the top. I love his focus. It's just hard to become a champion. Good luck. The greatest days are ahead. 8 surgeries in. Obsession, discomfort, sacrifice. I'm willing to give it all to achieve my goals. Adversity will always reveal a man's character. Year 8 incoming. This shit is about to be iconic. Don't blink. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Max. We already had that episode talking about chasing championships, right? And we're going to be real about it. Ain't no way you going to guarantee yourself a championship. I've heard reports of him wanting to go to New England. New England may have went to their last championship in your career. You know what I mean? You never know how it's going to go. Drake May, he's second year. He going to do this. And Dan Marino thought the same thing, too. So be careful, partner. Be careful. All right, so let's get to it. What are they talking about? Maxx Crosby demanding the Raiders trade him specifically because he wants no part of Alex Guerrero? Damn, they put a name to it? Oh, I didn't know that. All right, let's get past all this. Somebody send me the link to ad blocker. Let's get to the part that's meaty. Oh, here we go. All right, according to Albert Breer, Crosby's relationship with the Raiders brass went sideways after they shut him down for the 2025 season with a knee injury. We all felt that in the moment. Remember at the end of last year, we were like, dog, it don't seem like Maxx Crosby wants to sit on the sidelines. Let him play. And I feel him. Like, if I could go, let me go. Don't be talking about the stakes are different. We trying to do this and that. Let me get mine. There's a lot of fence mending that's going to need to happen if the Raiders are going to hang on to Maxx Crosby. It goes all the way to the top of the organization with Tom Brady and Alex Guerrero. The way the communication happened with the injury in December left a mark. You know what's so crazy? People think communication is so thorough. The bigger something is, the better something is. It's a well-run machine, well-oiled machine. Look at the Raiders organization. It's an NFL franchise. All these millions are flowing everywhere. Cats just be dropping the ball and slipping up like everywhere else, dog. It's crazy. Y'all just don't understand. This is a guy who's incredibly loyal to the Raiders organization, wanted to spend his entire career there, and is loyal to Mark Davis as well. Now he feels betrayed, and I think that there's this feeling. I'm 28 years old. They didn't do right by me, so now it's time for me to go find a way to win. Yeah, I think he's like, it sounds like he potentially could be at a breaking point where you're like, dog, I don't want to die here if they don't even got it right with me, let alone we, let alone us, let alone championship. He like, if they can't fix this, I'm losing my faith. Guerrero, Brady's longtime trainer, joined the former Patriots quarterback in Vegas as the organization's wellness coordinator. He's partially responsible for Crosby wanting a fresh start somewhere else. Ooh. He was part of communicating the Raiders' decision. Oh, man. I got it. And why they made the decision to shut him down in December, which really angered Maxx. I believe the day was December 23rd when they said they had some scans done, and the Raiders basically told them after the scans, we're going to shut you down for the season. Maxx had strong suspicion that the reason they were doing it was to tank for the #1 overall pick, which worked. But the communication of it got fouled up, and a lot of people in that building report to Alex Guerrero now. And Alex is seen as the eyes and ears of Tom Brady internally. So there is some fence mending that would have to happen there. Crosby pushes for a trade. The Patriots would be a near perfect fit for the 5-time Pro Bowler coming off AFC Championship and Super Bowl loss. New England will look to upgrade his pass rush and form one of the scariest defensive lines in football. Addition to Crosby would likely give the Patriots one of the NFL's most feared defenses altogether. Let me tell you a little bit about Alex Guerrero. Blah, blah, blah. He's been around the Patriots forever. Y'all know about him. Used to train a bunch of guys, Willie McGinnis and all those type of cats way back. And then Tom Brady connected with him, and it was a wrap. And Alex Guerrero, that relationship with Tom Brady, it means where Brady goes, he goes, because you know Brady's all into his fitness, his wellness, his mindset, his body, all that stuff. So he believes that's his philosophy, a life philosophy. So if you don't believe in like TB12 stuff, you're looking at TB12 like, man, I ain't taking all that stuff and I ain't rocking with all that. Well, you and Tom Brady might not be besties. And the reason why is because there's an Alex Guerrero there who is going to actually be and embody all those things that are TB12. The bands, the elasticity, all the stuff that is prolonged Tom Brady's career is Bible to them, right? It's religion to them. And Maxx Crosby probably like, cool, just don't mess with me. I turned my life around, I turned my career around, I got this. And then they put you in a machine and then come out and tell you that the machine knows better than you, your body. That's already offensive. What you say? Now, what goes even further is the fact that now you shutting me down because of the machine. And then this dude walking around everywhere I see him, and he leaking information. He a runner. He taking it upstairs. He taking it downstairs. He trying to see what's cracking. You got a spy? You got a spy telling me how to act? That's why. So I'm just trying to give you the real dope so you don't look at Maxx Crosby like, stay still. You got Fernando Mendoza coming. Stay still. You guys already got a good young roster building. You got a new coach. Stay still. He like, ooh, y'all don't understand what they trying to do to me. Real spit. So that's where the game is. That's where the name is. Crazy, right? Give you some more stuff. A little more spicy. Christian McCaffrey, you on the clock. They want to know what's up. Are they judging you by your paint job?
How old are you now?
29.
When these injuries happen, how frustrating is it for you? Because when they were kind of piling up and popping up last year, it's almost like universally like, okay, he's getting a little bit older, white running back. Are we seeing?
What's that got to do with age?
What you talking about?
You know what it has to do with.
Come on.
Like, you're not supposed to be here, man.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're not.
Damn, that was you see, his armor is now put on. He did that lean forward. You ever see somebody talking? I get to you like this. Somebody talking, y'all chilling, and then they say something, you go like this. You readjust yourself, and then you're like, you see him? He said, what they got to do with anything? Nobody's supposed to be here. Black, white, orange, nothing. It's the 0.00001% of the guys at the park right now that you see down the street. Yes, nobody's supposed to be here. But the white running back? Oh, dinosaur. Let's hear it.
Not supposed to be here.
But I mean, 9 years later, it's like, it can't be. I'm not. Yeah. But no, you're right, though.
People won't say father time is
I'm
catching
just
up with you.
saying,
They'll be
in
like, the
context,
whiteness
it's
is
not
catching
like,
up with
hey,
them.
you're getting older, you've had some injuries, you're white. Like, wait, what? It just contextually, that part didn't make sense.
Especially, I think it was number 2 on my list.
I mean, think about the stuff you had to go through last year being white.
That's the exact mindset a white running back needs to have, too. He doesn't realize how big of a deal it is.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Give me a second. All right, let's go.
Look at all this nervous laughter. They're like, yeah, we really want to go there, but that's not our lane. You're right.
God.
All right, so.
Endangered species never know they're endangered, man.
Like the snow leopard.
Oh, that's great.
What were you asking?
Christian knows how I was feeling last year. I'm like, oh, the whiteness is catching up to him. But the mortality of a
catches
Christian
up to us.
Oh, man. Blah, blah, blah. Well, let me complete their sentences since they couldn't, because all they did was like, oh, we wanted to go there. It's almost like they had the show rundown and they were like, this is what we're going to talk about. And it's like, nah, what I really want to talk about, we ain't going to talk about, but I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to lob it out there, which is the white running back. Got a chance to chop it up with C-Mac a few times, obviously knowing his dad and just seeing him. Saw him at Stanford way back in the days. What's crazy is the toughest part about that is the assessments, like the doubt bursts. Not so much now, like he even admitted, like 9 years in, all right, leave me alone, y'all. Nobody's really going there now. But to get there, so you can't look at it now, you got to look at it then, because they didn't want it then to be a now, right? I remember him at Stanford. They were looking at this dude, they're like, man, he ain't that good. He ain't that good. And I was like, why y'all saying that? It can't be production. Like, think about it. Christian McCaffrey has been doing Christian McCaffrey for a long time. And there was a time where you're like, I don't know. Kind of like black quarterback, but not now, but back then when you were like, I don't know. The 80s, maybe early 90s, when you saw the black quarterback, you were like, even with production, And that was a whole different thing because the quarterback position could be played many ways in terms of greatness. But we didn't always respect it. Whereas the running back position, we respected no matter how you did it, right? Roger Craig, you want to go back? First guy to get 1,000 receiving, 1,000 rushing. Oh, respect. Now, not enough respect to make the Hall of Fame then, but now you made it this year. But the point is, we let running backs be. Oh, that's another dimension. Oh, that's great. Oh, he's a tough, between the tackles guy. Oh, no, he's a shifty Barry Sanders type. Oh, no, he got a great offensive line type. Emmitt Smith, they would say, like no matter what you do, we let you be. It's like 9 trillion different styles of running back. But then the quarterback, we'd be like, there's a lot of ways to do it, but you better be this way. Pocket passer. Oh, now we can be mobile. Okay, mobile pocket passer. Only 2. And Chris McCaffrey was in the world, in a pool where you could do whatever you wanted to do and they didn't want him to do it. Now that's racial. That's racial. That is racial. I mean, racism goes all ways because it's all races, right? I mean, you never thought you would live in a world or America where you were like, yo, white people, that's messed up. I'm sorry. That's messed up. Well, it happens to rap, Eminem, rappers. You know what I mean? Jay Wick right now. Jay Wick just now getting pop, and he been out for years. I didn't know that he'd been out for years because they were like, nah. But, that happens to all types. But then you got to run into like, oh, are you trying to be black as a rapper? Are you trying to act black? Are you trying to be the culture? And what I think separates him is whatever you want to call what he's doing, it's authentic, right? I grew up with a white guy on my street. Mm-hmm. And I played with one. One was called White Mike, my quarterback, and another one was a gangster. He was from the hood. For real banger. I was like, oh, golly. It's crazy, right? I don't think he used the N-word, but other than that, he was a white gangster, and it was weird. I was like, okay. You know what I mean? And that kind of messed with my race versus class argument as well. I go class before I go race. I think this world treats you way different based on class first. I ain't saying not race. Some people, some places, all my boys who are from the South keep telling me, Wiley, you grew up in LA, you grew up in the West Coast. Trust me, down here is different. I was like, okay. Now trust me, out here is different. I hate when they want to be like, you don't know because you ain't from here. I'm like, well then, respectfully, you don't know because you ain't from here. Like, we live in the same world, bro. It's just different ways. So all that said, man, I hate when people be like, their world, once again, their perspective is the only way. I'm like, no, there's another way. There's a way where you living in what Martin Luther King was fighting for. I'm living with the world that he dreamt of. And like, in LA, people ain't tripping on none of that. Now, they trip on your money, though. They trip on your money. I got to rent a car right now because my tires messed up on my Tesla. Run this game. You ever run this experiment? I pulled up the valet yesterday at Steak 48 in Malibu. This dude in front of me with his girlfriend on a date was looking at me like this. Like, where he going? And then the valet guy was nice. I can't say he did anything, but he wasn't as nice as when I roll up in my Tesla. You know what I mean? That's how I go. And trust me, I done had crazier cars than that, and they all act different. So you know how the game goes, man. All love. Beat it up in the comments because a lot of stuff just gets all over the place. It gets politicized. It gets all this stuff. And one of the things is still, people are Trojan horsing all of their views and beliefs, their issues. They are hiding them behind this Bad Bunny halftime. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I am almost embarrassed to say this country is just a mess because y'all gonna use this to really say, plant my flag on this side. From the Kid Rock show at TPUSA and then the Super Bowl halftime, I'm about to break this down, how even the Super Bowl halftime show even started like this. Watch this. It's crazy. But they using Bad Bunny up. It's wild. Let's get into this.
I don't speak Spanish. I have no idea what was said at halftime. I just have never in my life had apparently the appropriate level of interest and or outrage in who performs at halftime. I will, however, come at you over halftime if you want to tell me that the greatest ever was not Prince in Miami, Purple Rain in the Rain. I'll argue with you about the best halftimes ever. I don't have any energy for if you're troubled by it. It was halftime.
I want to start here. It almost reminds me of AAU games. Yeah, the ref made a bad call. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, they messed the game up. They're 8-year-olds. They're 8-year-olds. Have you forgot where we are, what we're doing here? Like, it's just halftime show. The easiest opt instead of anger, the easiest option is to just not watch. But why you got to talk all that trash and not watch?
I don't give a shit.
Oasis next year. I'll watch.
See, that's really what it comes down to about halftime shows. The people are always just mad about who the performer is anyway. Because people got mad that Kendrick did it. Or they got mad that Beyonce did it. Or people just...
Janet Jackson.
It's actually just interesting as you say this out loud and you realize the amount of energy that people are willing to invest on the halftime act at a football game. I will say this. The people that go on social media that say, I will not watch any more football, you know what? I believe you. I believe you. You won't watch anymore. You know why? Because there isn't any. But you know what you're going to do in September? You're going to watch football.
Yes, you are. Blah, blah, blah. And come on, y'all. We got to stop playing. We got to stop playing. Like, we are literally using Bad Bunny to say, finally, we got a way to get into it and to get deeper and to clown people and talk crazy about it. And everybody is really, like, got their guns out. They shooting.
I didn't even finish watching what Mace had to say. I just knew that, he gave it a 4 out of 10 or whatever.
Oh, I
Mace, weren't you doing Puerto Rican judo in, like, one of your first hit songs? Yeah. Weren't you, like, incorporating... interpolating.
A great reminder, by the way, of why I never I like Mace, but why when people are like, "Yo, Mace is the greatest."
Well, let's not do that. Let's not.
All right, we're not going to do that either because I hear that song in the background. No, you're not shutting me down over that. But Mace went there. Mace was like, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's okay to grade something if you don't like it. Like, I didn't like Rihanna's, and I got mad that people were mad at me that I didn't like Rihanna's. I was like, she's pregnant. She's not doing anything. And they're like, well, that's beautiful. I was like, yeah, if she was at home, but she's in front of the whole world on the stage and saying, oh, look at my belly, so I won't move. I won't do anything. Now, Rihanna ain't no dancer. It wasn't like Beyonce was pregnant. But the point is, I was like, I could have went without that. But sometimes you rewatch something, but oh, that was dope. That was dope. I didn't catch it. But I remember walking away from the Rihanna one. That's the one of most recent history where I was like, didn't do anything for me. So I'm not mad at Mace saying 4. But I am kind of like, why y'all attacking him, or why are people attacking and saying, I don't like it? People were saying they didn't like it before he even started to sing. Before he even said, Coedo, Aweda. He didn't even say that yet. Y'all already like, no. You ever go into something? I mean, that's probably every game you've been in. You're a Jets fan. You walk into the Patriots and you're in Foxborough. You're already like, no. Drake May lighting your ass up. No. We're better than him. No. Who's our quarterback, huh? We're better than him. Who's our quarterback, huh? Shut it. You want to know how this all started? This is deep.
Super Bowl halftime is one of my proudest moments of the show because we're responsible for halftime now at the Super Bowl being this huge event. What happened was we realized that we were going to be up against the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl dominates television, and at that time really dominated television. And anything that ever went up against the Super Bowl would die. But we saw a window, which was halftime, where people normally got up to pee. And so Doritos wanted to do something with us. And so that was the event that we chose to do, is that we would put our half hour right from the time the play stopped till it started. And we put a clock up so people would know when to turn back. And when halftime came, the entire audience for the Super Bowl turned their channel to In Living Color. And it was this little show that took on this giant and crushed. And the next year, they hired Michael Jackson to do their Super Bowl, and every year since, they've had a humongous star at Super Bowl halftime because of In Living Color.
Man, blah. I remember seeing that maybe, I don't know, months ago, a year ago or something. I was like, what? But no more appropriate time than right now to remind people, dog, there was a day that wasn't even a thing. There was a day, and in my life, that wasn't a thing. You wasn't tripping in the 80s when we were watching what? The Redskins out there in the Super Bowl. You wasn't tripping on halftime. Halftime was like, man, get up, hurry up. Stop, leave me alone, boy. Like all that stuff, your aunties on, everybody running around, spilling food, barbecue sauce everywhere. Like, Super Bowl was like, bring us together, let's act the fool together and have fun. But we also didn't talk to anybody else in other homes and stuff. You call somebody, you be like, do, or you go like, zoom, and then all you get was amp. You're like, damn it. They be like, all right, emergency call. You try to break through, and you hear that doo-doo. Like, I'm old as shit. And dog used to be sitting there, you're like, what's up? Man, they kicking they butt. That's how we used to enjoy the Super Bowl halftime. Now, hey, I'm MAGA. And I'm mad, hurrah. And then you like over there, well, I am liberal progressive. I'm woke. Me. What are y'all talking about? We the same. We just look different. We just act different. We the same.
It takes a sub 70 IQ to not recognize, even though you couldn't understand if you didn't speak Spanish, the words of the songs, that what this guy was trying to show America and the world at large is on the stuff that matters, we're all basically the same. We all have weddings like that, just with different music and different food. We all have the old people in our community who hang out together by, maybe it's old ladies playing bridge in some cultural communities, maybe it's mahjong in others, maybe it's dominoes in those. We all have these things that collectively, connectively make us human, and the differentiators are absolutely meaningless to the bigger, like the cultural differentiators are not the important thing. The important thing is we all celebrate, live, and die similarly. And I thought it was a beautiful message. And I also thought he did a better job than I think a lot of people would have done, and some people wouldn't even call it better job, but he had more self-control in making it objectively apolitical.
Yeah.
By leading off the end with God bless America, and then rolling in all of the other nations, all of the other Latin countries, all of the Western Hemisphere countries. It was a true artistic attempt at uniting a massive group of people. And the fact that the response from some people who fancy themselves not only not dumb, but thoughtful or smart or tastemakers, or maybe even one day wanna-be presidential candidates, was, you know, I sure wish I understood the lyrics, either shows a willful ignorance, an ossification of one's heart, or that you're just a dope. And so, again, choose your own adventure on which door that applies to, if you're one of those folks that was allegedly outraged by this. But I don't give a damn about Bad Bunny's music. I knew none of Bad Bunny's music, and I thought the message in that 15 minutes was beautiful. And I thought it should have been pretty obvious to everyone what the message was.
Blah, blah, blah. Look, all I'm saying is, look, I am familiar with Bad Bunny and the dressing and the heels and the bras and the cross-dressing, and I've seen it. And I'll tell you, this is not the first time I ever saw it. I've seen it in other artists, and if you like that artist, you may have turned your eyes a different way. Don't lie to anybody. The first time you ever saw Prince, he was like, that's a little different than I thought, okay? That's why it was so, like, mind-blowing when you knew how many women he was dating. I got a chance to meet Prince. I used to go to Prince's club. It was called Glam Slam downtown. I used to be in there. And it was like this whole like misdirection. Come on, y'all, don't act like this. And I'm not even picking on Prince. He wasn't the only one. There was a time where there was the men were singing in falsetto. Remember that? Doobie Brothers and all that. Like dudes were trying to sound, like dudes wanted to sound like girls because that's what was selling. They were wearing all the stuff that the women were wearing. They just was making it more masculine. All right, I'm gonna unbutton mine, but it's a blouse. I got a blouse on too. Hair all long, curly, pimp. I just see the gangsters going on. My uncle, rest in peace, my Uncle Tyrone. He had more curlers in his hair than his girlfriends. They used to go to bed, he'd be like, and she'd be like, she done. He ain't done. He just did the front. He got to do the back. I just catch contradictions. I catch hypocrisy. It's okay, but it ain't okay. Remember the days when it was one earring meant you were a dude, two earrings meant you were a girl. What? Then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nose ring. What am I? What am I? You're a freak. Oh, well, okay. What are you talking about? Like, we get so locked into these cultural codes that we just lose way. We forget everybody doing the same thing, just a different way. And that's what I did get from it. I walked in there with a little armor on, like, Bad Bunny, stop playing, my son right here, chill. Okay, be good bunny today. Be a good bunny. And he was a good bunny. Now, I didn't catch everything, because on rewatch or like clips, I've seen like, oh, that guy and that guy was guying. You could change the you if you want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were guy. It's okay. I ain't tripping on that. I didn't catch it either. I was like, okay. But the point is, the only reason I have anything to do or issue with that is because I got to explain it. It ain't because I got a problem. It's like I got a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 10-year-old who's being raised one way, and then all of a sudden, daddy. Like my daughter's always talking about their girlfriends. And in today's world, a young girl saying, I have a girlfriend. You're like, what? I'm making sure the connotation is your friend's a girl versus you have a girlfriend. They are already talking about they got crushes. Every day they come home, I got a crush, I got a crush, I got a crush. I'm like, what? What y'all doing in first grade? What the hell? Forgetting I was a little first grade little freak. I don't know what the hell going on. I'm like, what is going on? Why y'all got these girlfriends? But the point is, they mean it in an innocent way. Right? So I'm not about to go sit there. You're not going to indoctrinate my kids. You're not going to raise my kids for me. We're going to do this together, but I take the lead. And Bad Bunny, be real, I think he did a marvelous job of letting us all know we plugging into this thing. Probably even better for a lot of us, we didn't understand what he was saying, so we didn't get lost in that. But people, they want to take it where they want to take it. And I ain't mad because I don't have any more right to take it where I'm taking it. I'm taking it where I'm saying extinguish it, chill, calm down. You like, no, it's time to kick up some dust. Out of respect, go ahead. But also, out of acknowledgement, I'm going to say, I think you're doing too much. Simple as that. And you can say, I'm not doing enough. I know how the game goes. It's kind of fascinating. This right now is like a thought experiment, right? We get a guy that everybody, I don't care if you MAGA or if you woke. Is that the opposites? I don't even know. What's Crip and blood in politics? Liberal and Democrat. No. Liberal and conservative. All right. Democrat and Republican. I don't care where you are on the political spectrum. Admit it. He didn't do exactly what you thought he was going to do. You thought it was going to be way worse, right? Be real. Who didn't? Who didn't think that Bad Bunny was about to go act a donkey? And he didn't act a donkey. I've seen some stuff. I'm like, oh, this man was out here chilling. Y'all doing way too much. Y'all caught up. Y'all don't want to put no respect on this man. Put some respect on this man, what he did. I loved it. Let's see some more. Okay, let's go.
Auntie asked me why I got so many girlfriends.
Y'all seen this yet?
A lot of girlfriends. Today I got one and tomorrow I got another one.
He over here translated everything that he said, allegedly. Let's go.
But I never married. My auntie asked me why I got so many girlfriends. A lot of girlfriends. Today I got one and tomorrow I got another one. Man, I think I want to take them all to the VIP, where they can meet my auntie and we're going to take a selfie and say cheese. They smile if they already been with me in the VIP, where they can meet my auntie and we're going to take a selfie and say cheese. They can smile the ones that forget about me. Man, I like the Gabrielas and the Patricias and the Nicoles and the Sophias. My girl in kindergarten name was Maria and my first love, her name was Talia.
Okay, look, I don't give a damn. I've heard worse lyrics. I've heard way better lyrics. Here's one thing I do know, though. If this comes on when I land, and I'm not landing at an airport, I land at an aeropuerto, and I hear this, and I see a Corona, and I see me a margarita, and then I see a senoritas, this song is the best song I've ever heard in my life, because guess what you can do then?
Got a Colombian that texts me every day. A Mexican girl that I don't even know. One from San Antonio, still in love with me. Puerto Rican girl, just for me, you see. I got a Dominican girl, body insane. Ooh, body insane. The English?
Blah. Lighten it up, man. God dang. Ain't nobody, dog, I've never been out the country, heard one of them songs come on and somebody get mad. I've not seen that yet. I've not. Now you can say you the one. Yo, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, let's have some fun. You know, every game has an opponent. All right, you didn't like that? What about this one? Oh, I got to turn the sound off, though, because I do not want any issues. What about this? This your alternative. Y'all see that? They were talking about this is the standing room crowd, all that. I got to get this sound out. There you go. Let's see. I mean, everybody left their seats, so that's why they're empty. Don't do that. I'm clowning. Look, this is TPUSA's. Everybody talking about nobody dancing that Bad Bunny's in the Super Bowl. Sometimes you get exactly what you want with your hating ashes, right? It gets weird. It gets different. It gets crazy. Oh, man. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right, let's beat this up in the comments. Let's change gears. Let's get it a little to basketball because it's NBA All-Stars out here in L.A. Man, I got a gang of events. Thank you, guys. It's a gang of stuff I can take the itty-bitties to, and we about to do it. So, about to do that. But first, we got to fix the All-Star game. And once again, let's call Christian McCaffrey in on this conference. It means it's going to get racial. How do we fix the NBA All-Stars? Shout out to everybody who's there. Andrew Nance, thank you. It was copyright, huh? I was like, no. Let's talk through it. TC210, what you talking about? What was pre-recorded? I don't know. I'm not watching all that. And Brooklyn Shogun, here's a raft. Oh, man, y'all are in here. Stop being so politicized. I think that's the rallying cry of non-athletes. Let me stop. I think athletes compete and beat each other up and talk sports, and then everybody who's not into that, they talk politics like it's sports. I get it. Let's see if we get this.
How would you fix the game on Sunday?
Well,
is it fixable? Because I don't think it is.
It's fixable in 4 years if your guy Con Knippel continues on this trajectory. And we just have to say, you know what? PC headlines be damned.
I know where you're going.
White guys versus black guys. Luka, Joker, Flag, Reeves, Knippel against Wimby, whomever. And I'm telling you right now, guys would play fucking hard. Like that, there would be a real edge to the game.
Certainly would get a lot of talking points going.
Get a lot of attention. Yeah. And we are getting close to a place where it'd be like, oh, that'd be a good game. Like, there hasn't been a moment in the NBA in the last 50 years where if that ended up just by chance being the game, it would be, you could see either team winning. But right now, like, Cooper Flag and Con Knippel and Austin Reeves doing a lot of work.
There. Yeah.
Right. But they also get all the Eastern Europeans. Like, you get Luka, you get Joker, you have real talent. That's something. In the meantime, I don't know what the hell you do.
Blah, blah, blah. Woo, we about to have some fun with that topic right there. Sociology time. That was one of the best takes. You know, we all giving out takes and just our observation off of the evidence and the records and the games and the stats. We just all giving takes. Like, I see it this way. I see that. That's one of the best takes about the All-Star game that I've heard because, one, it's unique. Like, who else is saying that? I didn't even think about that. Like, the black and white players play. But because, obviously, the headlines. But two, what I liked, and did you observe this? And it was almost connected to what we saw with Christian McCaffrey. That they went there, but they didn't go there. And I don't know what's going on. If it's because in the Christian McCaffrey clip, it was 3 white guys. In this clip, it's 2 white guys, even though one is married to a sister, which gave him probably a little more license. We're talking about Nick Wright to go there. But they don't go there. Like, that take deserved depth. Like, they talk about, well, we have him and him, but what black players? And then how would it go? And who had the advantages, et cetera? And it just made me think, like, man, is there still, like, this huge white guilt? Like, they would talk race, but you notice, every time they talk race, they start laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm like, no. Stop laughing. Go there. I want to hear this. So let's go there. Let's hear it. What that game look like? First of all, we don't even know who playing now because everybody hurt. Everybody tapping out. SGA, right? Steph Curry, right? But who will win? Beat it up in the comments. On this show, we talk about it because we are together. So we ain't mad at each other like that. Who would win black versus white? And I'm sorry, 99G Reality. The Browns, how many Brown players? Well, you got Pablo. Did he make the All-Star? I don't think he did. Did he? How do you fix the All-Star game? And then how does Vegas see the black versus white game? Jokic and Luka's a lot. I already got a problem with the USA versus the world. I'm like, Jesus. Do y'all understand what they about to do to us? They about to if all things equal, their team was like It was Wemby. It was Giannis. It was Luka. It's Jokic, and it was SGA. Like their best version, I think. I ain't even got to mention ours. Good Lord. What's left? LeBron. We got KD. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to see something. Fix the All-Star game. Get it in. Get it out. Beat it up in the comments. But I just noticed that when we talking these topics, let's talk it topic. Stop playing. Well, actually, sometimes you don't want them to keep talking. I don't know how I feel about this. Tell me how y'all feel right now. We're going to go into the Pablo Torre has another level. Maybe even the smoking gun when it comes to the Kawhi Leonard aspiration situation with the Clippers and Steve Ballmer. But y'all know, I mean, obviously I love the Clippers, and I got a little bias there, but I put that bias to the side. We've been saying a lot, and I hope we said what it really is, because the smoking gun has evaded us so far. Let's go.
After a year of my reporting on this, what multiple sources at Aspiration now tell me is something even more interesting, which is that they believe that the reason the federal government got seriously involved in the case of the tree planting fraud and the NBA team is because there was at least one whistleblower, a government whistleblower from inside of Aspiration, who went to the feds to report what they knew about alleged criminal activity by Joe Sandberg and others, presumably in writing and presumably under penalty of perjury. And so I have one more big question for NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and everyone involved in investigating this story, involved in thoroughly doing due diligence.
Okay, now remember, this must include the NBA in their investigation. And this must include, to some degree, it sounds like the government and their inquiry, if not investigation. And we are still here where there's nothing that's been of consequence to Steve Ballmer just yet. So just let you know, look at the score. Even though it's a lot of reporting, a lot of pages read, a lot of accusations or allegations, where's the score still 0-0. They've been running up and down the field. Pablo been running up and down the field between the 20s. But how many points? I'm waiting.
Including, by the way, the multiple congressional offices pushing Silver to testify about the gambling scandal, as well as the richest owner in sports under oath. And my question is, if this Aspiration whistleblower who tipped over that first domino of a federal criminal investigation exists, did they explicitly mention Steve Ballmer and NBA salary cap circumvention to the government?
That's a good-ass question.
Because that would feel like a smoking gun, as close as we can get to one in this whole story.
Yeah, I was about to stop you. I was like, have you ever been around a gun? There's no doubting what you're around. There's no, so that wouldn't be close to a smoking gun. It either is or it's not. And you even corrected yourself. You're like, oh, it's getting there. It's a replica.
If they want to come to a conclusion one way or the other, that's a question you have to ask and then get answered.
Big fan of Pablo Torre and his brain. These pursuits, though, is starting to make me say, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Seriously. There's more to it, though. It's fascinating to me because the journey, it's not the destination. Let me stop. It is the destination if we're going to do all of this and Steve Ballmer did nothing or is found not guilty. It's like, dog, we got to do our work. So I'm not against that, the due process, but man, we slandered this man's name and Kawhi's and others if we don't get somewhere. So the destination, that's why I stopped myself. The destination does matter. But boy, this journey is interesting. But where are we going?
Steve Ballmer suddenly found himself competing head-to-head in 2019 against who, Amin?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
The big brother Lakers, who already had LeBron James. And I know this part because of yet another lawsuit that got filed against the Clippers. This one from 2020, and this one filed by a long-time friend of Dennis Robertson by the name of Johnny Wilkes.
How much did you ask for? Let me ask that.
$2.5 million. And that was cheap for Kawhi Leonard. I should have asked for $10 million.
But the reason, again, I bring this all up now is because in the course of this lawsuit, it also indicates directly what Team Ballmer was taking time to thoroughly sniff out about Team Kawhi Leonard. Because text messages obtained by Pablo Torre finds out show that Johnny Wilkes, the plug between Team Kawhi and Team Ballmer, was communicating specifically with Clippers consultant and executive board member Jerry West.
Oh, no.
The late, great Jerry
logo.
West.
No.
A former Laker and Basketball Hall of Famer who left a similar job with the Warriors to join the Clippers in 2017, July 1st, 2019. This is the first full day free agency was officially open for business. Ballmer and Lawrence Frank and Doc Rivers officially pitched Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis in person at the house of course, Doc Rivers. And that day, the logo left Johnny Wilkes a voicemail.
This is Jerry calling. I really want to thank you a lot for, trying to help. I heard this morning that everyone over in the Lakers camp think they're going to get him. I just find that hard to believe that he would want to go to that show where he would not even wouldn't get his name in the paper, and he wouldn't be the face of the franchise, that's for sure. He might be the best player on the team, but hope things are well. And, again, I really, really appreciate everything you've done.
Johnny Wilkes.
Man, you can't. I saw this clip about how our digital footprint is nothing but for the overseers, the tech companies, whatever you want to say, just to steal who we really are in terms of that footprint. So streaming, everything we do is an upload. All we doing is sending them who we really are, what we think, what we know. And everything is being recorded. Everything's a record. Everything's a file. Like we just gonna turn it to Autobots and Decepticons, right? Real spit. And it feels like that when Jerry West is long gone, rest in peace to the late great. And we are playing his voicemails to potentially incriminate other people. And the voicemail, frankly, was just like what you would do after you met with a recruit. You're like, I hope you're thinking about us and not them. You know what I mean? But it all kind of like alters how you see reality. Like, dang. And that was, to me, that was harmless. That was G-rated. Especially if you know Jerry West, if you did. Oh, man, this is gangster. This is fascinating.
Wilkes' YouTube channel is pretty wild, by the way. That's where we're pulling this out.
That's where the voicemail comes from.
No one was watching this stuff, but
they are now.
That's also now texting Johnny Wilkes to follow up.
Just wanted to thank you for your help. If he would go to the Lakers, he would be LeBron's caddy.
Hey, Mr. West. I was with Dennis this morning when you called. I know you guys are meeting at 3 p.m. at Doc's house. Good luck.
And later, the plug, Johnny Wilkes, followed up with another reply to Mr. West.
Dennis is kind of excited about this meeting with Mr. Ballmer. Good luck, Mr. West. Ballmer spelled B-O-M-B-E-R, by the way.
That's right. To which Jerry West says,
when can we expect a decision? Don't want to be a pest and frankly don't want to bother Dennis anymore. If you hear anything, please let me know. Thank you for all your help.
Fascinating, too. We're talking about, what, hundreds of millions of dollars? And like everybody else, everybody says that, oh, man, I don't even text. I don't need no record. They just texting. They know this is receipt. But they're not really saying anything. Part of it is I'm texting them because what have I said? You can even take it to what have I said? And more importantly, what have I done? So you can't even like take this out of context. What are you talking about? We're recruiting a dude. When can we expect a decision? What's so incriminating about that? Keep going.
Speaking of Mr. Ballmer, sealed within the filings in the case of Johnny Wilkes v. LA Clippers are text messages. This is Jerry West and Steve Ballmer himself now trying to speed close on their most important superstar. For instance, this is one on July 5th, and Mr. Ballmer says,
where did your guy think he is leaning?
To which the logo, Jerry West, who has been, again, plugged into Team Kawhi via The Plug, responds,
could not get indication. I would hope that with everyone involved on his side who are pro-Clippers, they are telling him that this is a chance of a lifetime to be involved with you and our organization.
All of which means that Steve Ballmer was diligencing. And also that despite what Randy Shelton, the Avatar Whisperer, and the Uncle Dennis plug, Johnny Wilkes, and the Clippers full court press, and the offer to trade 5 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps plus future MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George, which Kawhi Leonard also demanded, it remained unclear what the decision would be until the very end. Like, that's how much leverage Team Kawhi had on the richest man in all of sports.
Nah, dog. Nah, Pablo. Nope. The conflation right there. Okay, so Steve Ballmer is the richest man in sports. You add up all the other owners and you put them all together and he still got more than all of them together. I get it. What does that have to do with him having his franchise, him having the Clippers, and him wanting one player to come to the Clippers? Like, if he had no money to all the money in the world, the NBA salary cap makes you have to respect that. Okay? And now you're saying, well, he didn't respect that. Well, tell me how. Because I just watched a few minutes that you didn't tell me anything. But this could have been Michigan versus Ohio State recruiting the same defensive end. Where's he leaning? Well, if he goes to Ohio State, he'll never be a Bosa. It's like, what? Like this, am I tripping? I don't want to smoke a gun, but since I've been on this journey so long, I want to see what he's seeing. Or is this one of those adventures like, I don't know where we're really going, but let's just go? Because I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm like, right now, this feels like how they recruited me when I had leverage. Do you know when I was leaving Buffalo to go to San Diego? Oh, my God, my phone sounded like that. If they had text messages then, it would have been like that. Is Marcellus going? I left San Diego, went to the airport. I did my tour of San Diego. This was great. 8 a.m. Free agency started at midnight. I'm in San Diego in the locker room. I see a Sayal. I see a Harrison. This is 8 a.m. You know they was ready for me. Now, they didn't send me private, so I should have known. Now, they gave me a great deal, obviously. But that's me. By 10:30, I was at the airport again, about to go to Oakland to play for the Raiders. If we had text messages, they would have been like this. So where's Marcellus leaning? Instead, they called my agent. This is real spit. My agent's like, yeah, we left without a deal, but hey, we're going to go to Oakland and we're going to make them think about not giving you that offer right now. Hold on. I'll call you right back. Nearly, I'm sitting there at the gate. I don't know what the hell. I hope it wasn't Southwest. It probably was. And I'm just sitting there. Phone ring again. What's up, man? He's like, oh, they put an offer out. I said, what is it? They said 20. 20 million? Take it. He's like, no. That's the first offer. I'll call you back. We're going to talk. We're up to 25. What? What are we doing here? Okay, let's go. He's like, hold on, that's them again. Let's go. That's just recruiting, man. Right now, we in some gassed up recruiting. I don't know anything else. I don't see anything else right now. I got a lot of this. I got a guy saying, man, I offered them $2.5 million to get him. You know, I lost one of my friends. Not a great friend, but I lost a friend who he was a cool dude all the way growing up. Then he became a kind of like a hanger-on, kind of like, I got this, I do this, I got you, big dog. And I like that because that was a role that I did want and needed, but I wasn't recruiting for it. I wasn't looking like one of my homies, I'm going to convert you into like just handling odds and ends. But he did it. And I was like, all right, well, if he like doing it, this kind of justifies him hanging with me because I don't like hanging with no dudes like that, right? But you know what I found out why we stopped hanging? Because every time we were hanging, he would stay around. So I got to go do this autograph session at Foot Locker. Next thing I know, he hanging around. Oh, I'm going to clean up, big dog. I got this. You go in the car and stuff. I get up in the car, jump in the excursion, throw on the Master P, won't, shake the whole damn Foot Locker. He come in 5 minutes later. All right, let's go, big dog. You know what he was doing? He wasn't cleaning up. He was trying to leverage. He would go to Foot Locker. He would go to that Foot Locker manager. Hey. Yeah, Marcellus is really interested in coming back here. We want to establish some type of relationship and trying to get some discounts on this stuff. I was like, what do you mean? I found this out later. I'm like, what are you doing? He did that everywhere. He was trying to get like money from everybody or leverage from discounts and cards and memberships and all. I was like, dog, how you think I already got that autograph session? All right, got a relationship. You're just trying to get hookups. Don't get on fire with the funk I'm doing. Got me all messed up. That's how I feel listening to Pablo right now. It's all messed up. Real spit. Let me get back into basketball. Let me get back into something exciting. Shoot, it's going down out here in L.A. It's All-Star Weekend.
I like my team more. And it's the old head mob. I mean, it's like you kind of supposed to know that they're going to put all the OGs in the same team. LeBron, Kawhi, Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson, like, you guys are getting up there in age, man. So they had to put you with the OGs, man. Donovan, Norman, y'all guys are old. So I look at our team as just the OGs versus the YGs versus the world. So it's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's look at that team again. Let's look at what they had.
Supposed to know that the old head mob.
Okay, let's see that team. Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade. Ooh, that's my favorite player right now. Cade Cunningham, sick. Jalen Durr, Anthony Edwards, Shed, you know you shouldn't be there. Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey, baller. That must be Jaylen Brown. Brunson, Steph, KD, Brandon Ingram, LeBron, Kawhi, Donovan, Norman. Dog, look at this. I guess it's almost like your team versus the field, because it's like America versus the world. This is insane. Giannis, Adja, how you say Adja? Luka, SGA, Nikola, Murray, Sengun. Watch the women around them. Pascal, Cat. Oh, I forgot Cat's over there. Yeah. And Vic, you couldn't combine these two teams, I think, and beat this team. Like, you could say, all right, forget the OGs and YGs. Nah. Am I tripping? Nah. Yeah, I think that's blouses, bro. I think we losing that. It's okay. Ain't that deep. It ain't that deep, but golly, that's real spit. We about to lose to the world. Look at America slipping away, slowly but surely. Oh, that's sad. What else we got going on in the world? They're talking about everyone's getting mad at all these players getting disqualified from all the accolades, et cetera, because the games missed. Here's a quick short. Anthony Edwards, he can only miss 7 more games or he disqualified from all the awards. Kawhi, 4 more. Victor, 3 more. Isn't that crazy? Kawhi is not low managing more than Victor is. Steph Curry, 2. Damn. Jokic, 1. They've been hurt. Giannis gone. LeBron gone. And now have the All-Star break. Good rule, but didn't think that went through. Didn't know what that was going to do. Now we are doo-doo. Look at these things, right? Part of it is because how physical the game is. People always act like NBA ain't physical. This is one of the things. I'm going to champion what I see from the NBA. Every time I go to a game, this is my vantage point.
So this is
Look at
on
this.
the last sequence where Wemby's trying to establish position at the foul line.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Are y'all paying attention to this when y'all watching normal games, or you just waiting to shoot a 3? Oh, speaking of it, shoot a 3. But that's just one possession. Every time I go off, I'm fascinated. I guess because I play D-line. So I'm looking in the trenches. I'm like, God dang, they ain't playing out there at all.
Musa Diabate was mushed. That's more disrespectful than even slapping someone. Probably to the level of spitting in someone's face. It's just a complete lack of respect. Quite honestly, I wasn't too surprised because he went to Michigan. He then proceeded to act like he wanted to go at Jalen Duren. People was kind of holding him back, but not really holding him back. He didn't necessarily want to get there, but he acted like he was trying to get there. They called it a headbutt. I don't consider doing this to someone head a headbutt. That's a headbutt. For the Charlotte Hornets, Miles is going to get worst of it. Jalen Duren won't get much. He may get a couple games, maybe. Isaiah Stewart I worry about. I hate when I see people getting on TV saying, this person should get that amount of games. You should suspend them for this amount of games. If you punch someone, there's no guideline. I think they're going to throw the book at Stewart. But I hate these people talking about, oh, man, he should get X amount of games. Who are you? Who the are you? NBA soft. These guys soft. The game's too nice. But then when you get to fighting, they're like, this dude should be out the league. Like, pick a side and stay there. These guys jump ship more than college players in the NIL era.
Be real. Y'all do. You. This game is soft. What made the game hard back then? The fouls. You really want NBA players to get knocked out the air Kurt Rambis style? Y'all still want that? Okay, so let's take that off the table. What was it? They were fighting. You could just see that they were passionate. Well, you just saw some fights. As soon as the Super Bowl ended, they start fighting in the NBA. Now what? Like, what we want to show, we talked about it yesterday, how somebody walking around like, man, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. I ain't scared of nobody. To me, always looks like the scared guy. Like, always the scared guy. He's the scariest, but he's also the most scared. Because ain't no way you gonna be hypersensitive to always respect. What's wrong with you, dog? You all right? I never disrespected you, but you looking for me to disrespect you so you can prove and you need to be respected. You ever meet that guy? I'm gonna prove to you you're gonna respect me, homie. I never disrespected you, dog. But your line is so damn close to my feet. Like, who draws a line in the sand and it's actually on my feet, on my toes, on my shoes? You're like, I'm gonna draw a line. You better not cross it. And then you draw behind me. I'm already past it. What you mean? People stupid. Oh, I can't stand no extra macho ass dudes. Get on my nerve. It's real hypocrisy out there. Talk about it, Nick.
The only sport that can't though. Like,
they can't fight.
They fight in soccer. They fight in hockey. They fight in baseball.
Kick you out.
Okay. They don't get suspended for fucking 6 games, 25 games.
Soccer, you get a certain card, you can't play the next
baseball,
game.
you get hit by the pitcher, you run and chase them down, knock them out. You get suspended 1 or 2 games. You don't get 25.
No, they get 4 or 5 games. Oh, yes, they will. Run out.
They play 100.
They play 100 games.
But nobody get more criticized than basketball players.
Okay, you know why?
Because we see it.
Because so soccer, you can fight all you want because they use their feet.
But still,
they use their feet. They don't need this. Why would you want to do something to the thing that make you money?
That make you money too, yo.
They not fight with their feet. They fight with their hands.
It don't matter.
Huh? It do matter.
That was actually a great point. I never thought about it. Like, maybe they just like, that's an obsolete part, so go ahead and fight with it.
A sport that is
if a soccer player
stop it. Like in baseball, the whole group, the whole team coming, they fighting and
cool. You can hurt your wrist and still be outfielder.
Nobody get criticized.
They get suspended.
But they don't get the max penalty, 25 games.
We don't know.
Around the pond.
But we don't know though.
We do know.
No,
we don't. Why we don't know? Because we don't even hear about it. Like,
you know why baseball players fight, right? You know why baseball players fight, right?
You hit me with the ball.
You fucking right. You didn't throw this bitch by me 1, 2. Hit me or you didn't throw this motherfucker by me.
That's okay though. But that's the same thing again.
But baseball, there's rules, right? If they hit a pitch or if they hit a player, depending on who it is, like say you being Shohei, well, I got to be in your best player on your squad, and they just know it's coming.
But
if
everybody
run out,
you have to run out. Pedro Martinez.
Everybody run out. Everybody some gang shit like
yeah. Pedro got this thing out here when they was playing the Yankees. He going after Jeter. He going after your guys, because one of his guys got hit.
But say that happened,
and they fighting.
You down there suspended for the whole season.
You should be.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's not the same. I think it starts with the level of physicality in the sport. When you're talking about the penalty, you start thinking about, all right, what are we here to do, and what are we constantly seeing? Like, violence in NFL is already part of the game, so therefore you typically don't see guys really wanting to fight. You typically don't, because they know, 1, you got armor on, 2, me and you doing this ain't it. Like, there's no effect. But in basketball, there is, because, I mean, the guy's sitting there in the tank top, and he got to be physical with you, but there's no armor. So then you're like, yo, what we doing right here? It's getting real gangster. But I'm with them. Pick your side. If you want it soft, you want it soft. You want it hard, you want it hard. Ooh, pause. I understand that. Let's get into some gangster stuff, right? Let's get into some more spicier things. So a lot of people are excited about what era this is. Dwight Howard wants to talk about it. Y'all like Dwight Howard? Y'all back on liking Dwight Howard? He has one of the craziest careers. Remember we always talk about pulling up or pulling down? He has a pull down career. That means no matter what he accomplished, wherever you have him, the consensus is going to pull him down. It's kind of sad because I thought he was better than he's getting love for. Let's talk.
You do.
I love it. All these kids watched all of us play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like our era was kind of like the golden age of basketball. People might say the Birds and Magic era, but, you know, just the Bronze, the D-Wades, the Dirk Nowitzkis, the Shaqs,
Duncan.
Tim Duncan, Yao Ming, Amari, You got all these players that played in this era. These young guys watched us. Shea, who did he watch? He watched Kobe. He emulates him. You look at Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? He watched all these players come before him. You watch Jokic. You know, he's dominant, but he's not dunking on people. He's shooting, he's getting assists, he's doing all that. They watched us, so why would I, hate or, pull them down as players? We want to build them up because they're carrying on the name of basketball.
Yes, that's the thing, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to Dwight Howard. His son trains with my son. Big old long little dude. I'm like, God dang. But yeah, you got to really respect that back then we were laying groundwork. I wish the NBA, I think Adam Silver, and this is interesting, we may get to this clip, you need to take more control of the narrative. And I think you did with all the new partners and broadcasting and Amazon. And then obviously the calendars look different for inside the NBA, even though it's going to ramp up. I think message sent. Like, we got to be better with the storytelling. You remember this Pittsburgh Steelers conversation we had earlier with Joey Porter? Like, dog, there's no wins in outing everybody and just saying how it sucked. Like, there's no wins. Like, we all into the sports thing, not just for the contest, but like for the camaraderie, like for the team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take better care of the NBA in terms of conversation. And then highlight some of the things that we all love, like this.
Speaking of, since we're on that topic, do you remember
the $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The phone call?
For sure.
They wanted me, you, Cole, and Bron for sure for $1 million. And I said, I'm in if everybody else is in.
We talking about the dunk contest. Imagine that. I mean, goodness. Who wins that dunk contest? Vince Carter, huh? Kobe, LeBron, T-Mac. I mean, it's not fair. It's like, who's going to win the running back skills challenge? Barry Sanders or – stop talking, Barry Sanders. You know what I mean?
And then –
no. I'm good.
I felt like at the end of the day, I would love to get confirmation, but I felt like I was the only one that said yes.
That was the problem.
Never got a phone call back, and it kind of faded away.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you why they say no. And it's sad because they're brands. They become beyond beings and beyond ballers. They're brands. And y'all, once again, it's a you, that criticism is too loud. Look at this picture right here. Imagine this guy missing dunks or not doing as well as that guy. Then he got to hear about it. And then that affects perception, which becomes reality. Next thing you know, the next deal that they're contemplating who to give it to, they give it to this guy. Or they lessen the deal they have for him just because of the perception. Oh, man, he went out there and he stunk up the place in the dunk contest. I'm just using examples. Like, they don't want to ruffle any feathers. Frankly, I'd rather go in during my break, during All-Star, just go around, pat some kids on the head, sign some shoes, and just smile and get paid to be there. They're getting paid. Wherever you see an NBA player and he ain't just that hot dog on a stick and he just out at a place, getting some dough. Why do I need to go out there, warm up, get all ready? Y'all ever dunk? It don't feel like nothing. It feels like you got to do something. You got to do all that. And then all I'm doing, there's one way this goes well, and there are 1,000 ways this goes bad. 1,000 ways. Now I'm good. You know what I mean? Simple as that. If I'm LeBron, if I'm Kobe, can't do it. Can't do it. Real spit. So I get why they tap out. Even with that money, you can't make it work. Isn't that crazy? Not enough. Nah, dog. Not us. Whew. Y'all messed up the dunk contest so much. But let's make it this lighthearted. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. This is one of my funniest clips ever. You ever seen this? This cracks me up.
What are you going to take away as your best memory from playing basketball at Boston College?
Probably just, like, going out to eat.
Dog, when I saw that yesterday, I said, are you serious? I cried laughing. I mean, when I say cried laughing. Now, I see y'all beat it up in the comments. Some of y'all pushing back. I like that. Dominique Wilkins, it didn't hurt him losing the dunk contest. Absolutely correct. That's why there's exceptions to every rule. That is interesting. Why didn't it hurt Dominique Wilkins? I think in part because it helped make Dominique Wilkins. So sometimes, like the stars, we were learning Michael Jordan, learning Dominique Wilkins. They weren't already the champs and the greats and all that. There's something about where you are when you were in the dunk contest. Because be real, remember Kenny Skywalker? And it was helping his brand, like, as much as it could. And I remember some people, it was like, yo, that's dope, even if they win or not. It's like, whoa, D Brown. But then if you already it can only hurt it. It's like, you imagine like Michael Jordan peak powers, he's like, I'm in the dunk contest. Didn't he stop doing it? When did he stop doing it? He stopped doing it, I think, when he became Air Jordan after he did the dunk contest to become Air Jordan. Then he was like, no. I saw him in one dunk contest. He still had his warm-up song. It wasn't going so well in the early rounds. I don't know if he won that one or not. I think Dominique won that one. Spud Webb. It almost is, if you need some help and some boost and some brand building, come on over here to this dunk contest, big dog. But if you don't, you got people like Bronny James like, nah, I ain't doing no all-star stuff. Bronny James is like, no, I'm good. You ain't using my brand up for this. So I go out there and get laughed at. There's only one way it goes well when you're already there. And 1,000 ways it goes wrong. Simple as that. Isn't that crazy? Real spit. So I totally get where everybody's coming from, but you gotta put some respect on this. All right, y'all. We about to get out of here because I got a day with my kids at school. I got a kids day. Yeah, I want to talk about this. Get out of here on this rap. I've been holding this rap thing forever. KRS-One, one of my favorites. It's friend day at school, and I'm my youngest daughter's friend. So let's have some fun. All right, let's talk some rap and get out of here. Peace.
Oh, rap is sold out. All house slaves look better than the field slave.
This is how it was listening to BDP growing up. I'm surprised I ain't on the corner right now just preaching because, boy, he goes there.
Realism has a tactic of taking the criminal element of a society and exalting it as the leadership. And this is how all cultures, how they did us as they came in. They don't take the king or the queen of the culture and exalt them because you colonizing their land, you take what they got. They'll take the one who is the lowest level of your culture, disgruntled, can't follow principles, don't care about history, and bless them. And bring them up before the people. Now, because you went with the lie, and the lie looks good, the lie is paying. The lie is giving you prestige, you getting popularity on the lie. Yeah. There's only one place that lie can take you. One place. And that's to your self-destruction. To my own detriment as well, I don't play the game. So if I lend myself to the game, I might be able to be heard a little more. Yes, I will say that. But to lend yourself to a corrupt game only corrupts you.
Blah, blah, blah. BDP, bird. That's why I love them. The day begins with a fit. Damn it. He broke that down. That is life. I know y'all see those roads. I know y'all feel that conflict. Everywhere you go, there's always a game to play. And if you don't play that game, oh, man, you're going to be looking at your quarters like, damn. They over there with dollars playing the game, and you're like, damn, should I put this quarter in this game and play it? I hate that. I am not a game player, as y'all know. If y'all rock with me, you understand. And it's to my detriment. I really could have way more bells and whistles. But I don't play the game. And I don't know why I don't play the game. I just don't. Actually, I probably do know why, because I don't think the game is worth it. I was young, and the game was be outside, be in the streets, be on the block. I was like, what's that going to do for me, though? What's that going to do for we? They was like, fool, do you know what these rewards look like? You see all them girls looking at me? You see this car I'm in? You see how fancy I roll? You see how fat my pockets are? I was like, man, come on, dog. You looking over your shoulder every second. You can't go nowhere. I just asked you to go to swap meet. You were like, nah, I ain't going down there. Them fools be tripping. You get older, you get in the league and stuff, and you get all your love. You get in the real world. You got kids, and it's a game to play at work. You know what it is. You going to talk to the boss. You going to hang. You going boss over there compromising you, or at least he's saying, "Do you want to put a quarter into this game and play it?" Y'all know I was over there and some networks, and they got caught up. No, I ain't playing that game, dog. It's wild. That's deep. I love what he said right there, the game. Right? And there's a game to play even when you're not playing that game. It's called reality. It's called real. Like, blue pill, red pill, I don't know what you want to say. The duality of life. Those inner conflicts coming out louder. And it changes all the time. Right? We grew up and it was like this aspiration to get up there and be visible and get those accolades, achievements, and get those awards and get that money. But we kind of there now. Now people are just getting greedy, or more importantly, it's changing. It's changing. What's next? What's the game now for our kids? Our kids are getting rigged. There's all these games out there my kids play. And then my son is like, you just see a chat. I was like, turn that off. Soon as you're not playing any games with no chat. Who the people in there talking? Next thing you know, you talking. Next thing you know, you're distracted. Next thing you know, you conversing. You talking to somebody you don't even know. Next thing you know, you thinking about going to New Jersey to say hello to some kid that plays the game too. You don't know that's a kid. The games just keep changing. So be you. Do you. All right, y'all. Love for you guys, man. Make sure you feel good. You know how you go. You can only feel good if you got healthy blood flow. Only way. I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all listening? Yeah. What's good, fam? It's your boy, Marcellus Wiley. And I got to talk to you about something that's been a game changer for me. Y'all know I've been on the comeback trail after my hip surgery. And let me tell you, getting back to 100% ain't easy. I've been looking for anything to give me that edge, to help me bounce back stronger, faster. And that's where Venia's new blood flow hydration product comes in. Oh, this ain't just another supplement, people. This is about optimizing your body from the inside out. Since I started taking Venia blood flow hydration, I'm feeling a big difference in my physical therapy sessions and my energy levels. It's helping me get that crucial blood flow where it needs to go, helping my body heal and perform. I'm feeling more vibrant, more ready to tackle whatever comes my way. It's like my body just remembers how to be its best self. And for anyone out there just looking to elevate your daily well-being, this is it. And here's the best part. Venia is so confident you'll love it, they're offering a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's how you know it's legit. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So head over to the link in my bio, check out Venia Blood Flow Hydration, and start your own comeback story. Trust me, your body will thank you. Let's get it. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Ah, look at that. That's love. Look at me. I'm over here. The dome is out. Respect to you guys. Have an amazing day. I'll show you my son commercial another day. I say that every day, don't I? I know. I ain't going to show y'all that boy every day. I love him too. All right, y'all have an amazing day. Let's get into it. Peace. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Oh, hydration situation. So hit the like button. So